All right, Shalom. Giving all praises, glory, and honors unto Yahweh by Shem Shai by Shem, Kakodash. Double honor to the apostles, bishops, elders of great millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. This is your brother Tazai from G. Atlanta, back with another edifying video. And this is an article from Newsweek. And it says hundreds of vials of deadly viruses missing after lab breach. And as I mentioned before, the news is a lot of different articles are now reporting again on these different illnesses that are spreading. And now this missing viruses, these vials, could lead to another outbreak. So it says hundreds of vials containing live viruses have gone missing from a laboratory in Australia, sparking an investigation. Queensland Health Minister Tim Nicholls announced today that 323 samples of live viruses, including hantavirus, lyssavirus, and hantavirus, went missing in 2021 in a serious breach of biosecurity protocol. So you're talking about, 3 years? And this is the first that, we're hearing of this, of it being published in American mainstream news. So, there's definitely something up with that. It says the breach was discovered. The breach was discovered in August 2023. So once again, after a year, this is the first we're hearing of this. With nearly 100 of the missing vials containing hantavirus, which is deadly. 2 of the vials containing hantavirus, while 223 vials contain samples of lyssavirus. So, and you notice that a lot of these spreads of illnesses starts at these different government labs. So you got somebody that's just, of course, I'm pretty sure they're heavily secured. So all of a sudden, hundreds of viruses go missing. When the facilities are secure, employees are watched. It would have to be something bigger behind the scenes going on. So it says hantavirus was first discovered in the mid-90s after infecting and killing several horses in Australia. Only a handful of humans have caught the disease after being infected by horses, but a large proportion of infected people died. I'm going to jump around. Hantavirus is carried by rodents and can cause hantavirus pulmonary syndrome, which has a mortality rate of around 38%, while lyssavirus is similar to rabies and also has a very high mortality rate. And they say that rabies has a 99 to 100% mortality rate. So if you get rabies, there's nothing that they can do. So this is something deadly. The lab has not been able to conclude if the viruses were destroyed or removed from secure storage. Like I said, these places are very secure. So what happened? But they do not appear to have been stolen. So if they haven't been stolen, somebody had to release them. There is nothing to suggest that these have been taken from the lab. Secondly, we don't have any evidence that hantavirus has been weaponized in any way in any other research laboratory, Nicholls said at a press conference. Of course, all this kind of research is taken in secret, but we are not aware that this has been weaponized in any way. The process of weaponizing a virus is very sophisticated, and it's not something an amateur does. Exactly. So you have to have somebody that knows what they're doing to have these things spread. Okay? And that's on top of, so now that was this article. So now you have this one here. This is from the CDC website. H5 bird flu, current situation. And this is just, current news on this disease or illness. H5 bird flu is widespread in wild birds worldwide and is causing outbreaks in poultry and U.S. dairy cows, with several recent human cases in U.S. dairy and poultry workers. While the current public health risk is low, CDC is watching the situation carefully and working with states to monitor people with animal exposures. CDC is using its flu surveillance systems to monitor for H5 bird flu activity in people. So there's, different news reports on different illnesses out there. So I'm gonna leave off with a scripture. I believe it's in Ezekiel, but let me see. Let me search for it, pestilence in the city, because this thing could spread, and all of this is a prophecy. Okay, so here's one. Jeremiah 21:6, and I will smite the inhabitants of this city, both man and beast. They shall die of a great pestilence. And this happened to the Israelites in the past. Or this is what I want to get in Ezekiel. Ezekiel 7:15. The sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. So, we're in the time of this, getting ready to take place. Matter of fact, let me read verse 14. It says, they have blown the trumpet even to make all ready. Who's blowing the trumpet? The prophets. Like myself doing these videos, the other brothers in Great Millstone, the apostles, elders. Brothers are trying to make the elect ready for what's to come. All right? It says, but none goes to the battle, for my wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. And 2/3 of our people are not making themselves spiritually ready for what's to come. So they're going to be destroyed. But the elect are going to be delivered. So I just wanted to speak on those news on those illnesses and, that report. Over 300 viruses missing from a lab within the last, 3 to 4 years. So we'll see if there's any other outbreaks that take place. And that's what we're watching for, pursuing the prophecy. So with that, I'll say shalom.